Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Off screen I decide how I'm going to use my new weapons. I'm dual-wielding Excalibur and Gungnir. I figured it's suiting one weapon for the Nordic ancestry and one for the English ancestry. That way we're wielding legendary weapons from both worlds. And I think that's kind of poetic. It's also a pretty good setup too. Look at that. A nice wide arc with that freaking Gungnir extra reach. That's great. So I think it's pretty good. I won't be able to do a bunch of my old combos, but I like it. Anyway, let us continue. We are in the end game, literally. This is the last thing we can do.
I want to see the Hamptonshire, the last Saxon stronghold,
and very heavily guarded. King Alfred is preparing for war. You will meet tremendous resistance.
as will Alfred. Is Guthrum Jarl there with his army?
He is. He and Ubba have gathered a sizable force and intend on launching an attack on Alfred soon. If we support their assault, England will fall to us. A pagan land where a multitude of gods may freely roam.
I'll go to Hamptonshire and speak with Guthrum. Send word to our allies to gather on the Thames, just outside the Shire.
I will. May the gods share in this, our final victory.
So, I have a problem with this. I was thinking about this.
What is it?
Hi.
Eivor, you must not go. You must not. The signs, the portents, they shout and veil. Your leaving will be our doom.
Speak clearly, Valka. What have you seen?
I have thrown the bones. I have stirred the offal of beasts. And in the rising steam, I saw the end of it all. Though this battle you may win, this war you will not. Your foe will be your master. Your hope will be your grief. This is fate. Our fate.
I thank you for this, Valka. But the yawns of fate are too frayed for me to follow now. I owe this fight to my friends and allies. And I will see it through.
Go then, with great care. But know that the home you leave will not be the home to which you return.
Her arms were gone. Sorry. So as I was saying, I do have a bit of a problem with how this game is ending. The last set, where we saw Basim, that should have been the end of the game. That really should have been. This should have been the thing that led up to us doing that.
Eivor, you come at Guthrum's call. It is good to see you.
And you, Soma. There is an uneasy peace here. Both armies with their hackles up. Was blood spilled?
No, we took Wareham without resistance. These Saxons accompany their lord as we stand beside Guthrum.
So this fort is not the sum of his ambitions. Guthrum's plan is to bring the Saxons to the table.
If he can win the peace without a fight, he will do so.
And how likely is that?
Just now they sit on their thumbs in the church, talking in circles. Come, I will take you to him.
Yeah, that last bit felt like a finale. This just feels weird.
Who is Guthrum meeting here? Is it Alfred?
That's right. The king of the West Saxons has agreed to negotiate. Seems we have him on the back foot.
Guthrum should be careful. Alfred speaks with Loki's tongue.
Guthrum is not a babe at teat, Eivor.
Nor is Alfred. If he has come, it is for his own advantage.
Then give us counsel. Stand by Guthrum, show our strength. The king of Hayseeds will soon be humbled, trust me.
We took this town as if it were a straw hall. Do not challenge me, Elf King.
Your show of swagger and strength has my attention, Guthrum. But we agreed on terms. What more do you want?
The crown of Wessex.
Wessex has a king, and that king has the backing of the Almighty. Yours is a fever dream, Dane.
Guthrum does not negotiate with oathbreakers. Men whose words are only shadows of their faults.
Ah, Eivor. Our blunted tool returns, Lord.
I have given you all I care to. A Danegeld to leave Wareham. You swore an oath upon the cross, and that pagan hammer.
And when you scurry back to whatever shit-soaked hovel you crawled from, we will release your men.
Speak again, handmaid, and I will feed your tongue to Eivor's raven.
A fair trade. We already have your cock.
Are we done with this pissing contest? If Guthrum has given you his word, he will honor it. We will leave this town.
You have 1 day. Do not test the king's patience further, or our men will return to Wareham with force.
And if you doubt my conviction, know that the Avon River near Uffentune runs red with the blood of your countrymen. Their commander, what did his men cry as he fell? Ula? Uba? Yes, that was it. Remember, you have taken my silver. In return, I expect your honor. I will await news of your retreat in Chippenham.
Uber dead? It cannot be. Gods, I will tear that Saxon's skin from his bones if this is true.
Alfred hisses with a snake tongue, but he gains nothing from this lie.
When news of this spreads through the camp, no Saxon will survive the day.
You swore upon the cross.
Oh, I have no intention of cowing to that milk sack. Now more than ever, I will take his throne and his head.
In Winchester, Alfred used me as a tool and cast me aside. So let the betrayer be betrayed. We will burn this village to the ground. After that, we take care of Alfred.
Looks like our fights are going down.
Make it a Saxon pyre!
Alright,
And now it is end.
let's do this.
When you will feel my axe in your gut, piglet.
Come on, throw it up. I should have bought some arrows. Jeez. Come on, put the thing away.
Steer your swords!
Jeez,
Nothing standing!
what is up with me lately? There we go. Fucking hell.
Lord Jesus Christ, help me stand.
Hi.
Fire! Flame! Burn it all!
Ooh.
Filthy heathen threat. Your godson has first taken you.
Let's run. Thank you. Whoever that was. Not too low. Still too low. Fuck. There we go. I got it.
You have no honor.
Hi. There we go.
Vengeance! Steer your swords!
That burnable? Looks burnable. Let's find out.
Too late, little man. Our gods have spoken with war and wit. This is our England now.
All right. Hello. I think I might just switch to the spear, just test it out. Whoop, throw.
Fire and flame! Burn it all!
Hi. Oop, there we go. It's weird that I'm having weird controlling. I've not really been away from the game that long. I've recorded the last 2 sets in one lump sum, so. Pulse. I think I saw something over there I can burn. Whoop. Alright, let me, I want to test out the Gungnir as just a standalone weapon. That wasn't Gungnir. There it is. I'm curious to see some of the animations. Nice. Why do I keep thinking L1's to bring up my wheel? What game have I been playing that has L1 as the wheel button? Make sure it burns. There we go. Alright. Now I'm just gonna have to clean out these guys. Oh, hi. Boop. Oh boy. Alright, let's go find Soma. Let's do this.
Their prayers go unanswered this day. We should find Soma.
Do not lose your nerve.
Hello. Oh, brutal.
This place is routed, Soma.
Good work. We leave now. There are forest ruins just east of here, along the road.
Come on then, move.
Okay. Are we going or are we still fighting? Let's go, guys. I love this spear. Oh. Eivor, why are you crouching? There we go. What? Ah, right. I've been playing Conan Exiles for a little bit of fun, so... Yeah. L1 does have that button.
Saxons ahead.
Hiya. This spear is so good.
Intruder, come on, get over here.
Hi.
Cut down the
Stop.
stragglers!
Oh. Alright, there you go. Make sure you keep your banner up.
Where is your king now, Saxon?
I think I'm gonna switch back to Excalibur in this, because this is just awkward.
His blood soaks
Come on.
the soil!
Yeah, the death animation thing isn't that great.
More Saxons. Draw you up.
Alright. Excalibur. With Gungnir on my offhand. There we go.
No more thunder
Oh, that's a bit more comfortable.
Cut down the stragglers!
The ruins are close. Keep moving.
Come here. I'll pitch you in your friggin' parry stance.
Every soul we meet, sent
Hi.
Try to flank!
Come on.
His blood soaks your soil!
Are you a moron? Oh.
Every Saxon is eager to meet...
Don't give us time to talk. Alright, how far away is this? It's not... Oh, it's right ahead of me. So I now have 3 EC gear. The bow, the sword, and the spear.
We can rest here a moment. Now, tell me what you know of that breaker of rings. Weak and wretched troll.
Alfred is a wily fox. He appears frail, but draws upon an inner strength. He'll not be easy to oust.
Fury will fuel my army and my claim.
It will not be enough. You must find a weakness.
Yes, that is why I called you here. Do you balk at the opportunity to bury the Saxon king?
I must first hear a plan to balk at.
Alfred spoke of Chippenham, a squat hovel of sheep and peasants.
So why does he go there and not to Winchester? Your scouts must know they're the best in England.
A holiday feast, their Saxon Christ Mass. Alfred will warm his heels by the fire, while Uba lies cold in an English field.
I have called upon my allies to join us in this fight, but I must know where to send them. Is Chippenham our final prize?
It is. But I will need my men for the coming fight as well. The hostages Alfred took. If there is a chance to save them.
We will not lose more friends today. Where are they held?
A place further ahead through this forest. They call it Hampton Blockade.
Soma, ride north to the Thames and lead my allies south. They should be gathered by now.
I will.
Gather on the river passing Chippenham. The rest of you set up camp there. I called you Raven Feeder once. At Porchester, you were as hot-headed as Thor. You have become a true leader, Eivor.
There's much to come, Guthrum, before we can rest with meat in our hands and songs in our ears.
I will crush Alfred's skull with my bare hands if Uba is dead.
We cannot dwell on this, even if it's true. If you want the throne, only strategy will deliver it.
Oh, bloody wrath will
Something feels weird.
I will follow this Alfred, hound his heels. Revenge burns within me.
A wise man once do not dash yourselves against hopeless courses.
Anything worthwhile down here?
Expected. Strike swift.
You turn my words against me now, Wolf-Kissed.
I took them to heart in my darkest times, my friend.
Nope.
And Sigurd?
Look at the ship in.
With you?
My brother's story is a long one, and for another time. Ridding the land of a strong ruler will make Wessex harder to tame.
Alright, where is it? That's not that far away.
Respect him, Eivor.
I have come to understand the trials of leadership, Guthrum. It is hard not to, when you cradle something as fragile as life within your hands.
I get the feeling that the story wanted me to do some more of the gathering of the clans type of a thing. To show Eivor as a leader. As opposed to me doing them all, then do the story, then do the rest after that. It's just the way it feels, you know? I get the singing suspicion this guy is bought and paid for.
What do you see?
Don't know why, though.
There. This is the blockade. The hostages must be in these buildings. What is your plan?
We can tread quietly, so as not to alert the guards. But I can raid this place in moments with my crew.
I will follow your lead.
Let's take a look at the size.
Be
You
my
know what?
eyes.
No, we haven't done in a while. We haven't done a fucking raid in a while. Let's get in there. Get in behind enemy lines, and let's call a fucking raid. Oop, wrong button. Hi.
Enough stalking.
These Saxons do not deserve
Oop. First, let's kill this guy and get his loot. Oh boy. It's been a while since we've done a raid. Let's do a raid. I think the last time I showed a raid on screen was the tutorial raid. Come here, you. Excuse me, sorry. Let's do this. Boys! I'll have to clear down this blockade, too. That's easy enough. I'll just go inside.
Watch for bait. Slide past this one.
Stop your fucking blocking. Asshole. Some arrows. Okay. Let's open up this blockade. That was a nice one. Alright, door's open. Hi. That. I'm assuming this is to sneak in, this path. Hello. Give me this. How do I get out? Oh, come on, Eivor. Hey, there's vines right there. Cassandra could have climbed that without a problem. Whoop. Boys, back to work. Had known we were going to do a raid, I totally would have remade Mare. But she still has that glitch where she just loses her armor for whatever reason. Boop. Boop.
That's it! Back to the ship!
Thank you, boys.
There. These are my men.
I told you Guthrum wouldn't leave us here to rot.
Alright.
Go to the camp near Chippenham. Find your countrymen there.
Good.
Why are you whispering?
We'll pay back the Saxons for the insults they heaped on us.
Guthrum, some of your men.
We will not be feasting in Odin's hall tonight, boys.
Their side by the looks of it. Alright.
Are you Guthrum's men?
Aye.
Boys,
Free us and we will fight by your side.
good. Get to work.
Gods be good to you, and thank you. Every Saxon who spat at me will die.
We'll have your chance, but don't be foolhardy. Let your steps take you far from here, to our camp near Chippenham.
Thank you, Eivor. You did a great deed here. Their families will raise a cup to you.
I need no thanks, Guthrum. Let us speak more when we are safely away.
Agreed. That was easy enough. Get a raid in the last minute. I don't really count those rushes onto the castles to claim them. I don't count those as raids. That was a raid. Had something on longboat and everything. I wonder if during those missions I could have used my horn to summon a raid.
We're safe here. You should join your people at the camp. Even a surprise takes preparation.
Your bravery, your leadership, Eivor. You wear it well. You have grown much since last we spoke.
You judged me fairly, Guthrum. Harsh though your words were. But I do not make the same mistake twice.
How is your brother, Sigurd?
He lives, a changed man. But he is free of Fulka's torment. That at least was a deed well done.
Will this all be worth it in the end? Everything we have done? Everything we have sacrificed to win this land? Sometimes I dream of soothed black furrowed earth. And blood seeping from seedlings, poisoning our future.
We must believe our way of life will survive. Our fates are woven, but our deeds forge our destiny.
And so to our final battle. We will wait for you at the camp.
So much foreshadowing. Just the game's literally just screaming at me, going, "Hey, this is the end of the game." All right. Yeah, Eye of the North. Let's work on getting that. All right. So where are we going? There. Glad he wasn't paid and bought for. That would have been annoying and a bit obvious.
West of Affentur. I feel the worst, but I must know.
That's a hell of a drop. Alright. Come on, my dead horse. Hey! Sound! They finally fixed the freaking hoof prints. Finally, that sounds a bit more natural. Oop, there we are. Oop. There we go. Talk to the forward camp. I wonder if I can find Oba in the at the river. Or is that where we're going? Let's just travel to the forward camp. Alright. You be a good horse and don't scare them too much.
Do you believe...
Eivor, you made it unscathed.
They came from all over England.
I never thought it possible, Eivor, that you would rally Saxons and Norse under your black-feathered banner.
They see the tyranny of this elf king. He would crush them all under heel and plug their hearts with his god.
So what is the plan, Eivor?
When is their feast day?
A few nights from now, but their revelry has already begun. We should attack now.
That is unwise. Soldiers pace the paths of the village.
Then the night of the feast, under cover of darkness. That is when we will strike.
Uba will not have died in vain.
We await your instructions, Eivor.
I'll greet my allies first.
Good. Come find us again when you are ready.
Do you believe the Saxon lord?
Not the best idea.
Uba really dead?
Alright, let's see how everyone's doing.
Giedrich, after Rochester. I was not sure you would come again.
I've chosen my side. I would sooner bet a hog than allow Alfred to pillage the land of love.
Guthrum will trample Alfred's ambitions like weeds in the dirt. Mercia might rise further yet.
Perhaps I shall one day sit upon the throne of all England. King Giedrich the drunken ass.
I'll raise a cup to that. Deolav, you have come again at my call.
I have, but this does not sit well with me, Eivor. This is a Christian feast, and the people here are not soldiers.
I come only for Alfred.
Innocents will die for your ambitions. I am your ally now, but after this, I must turn back to Mercia. I have much to repent.
So long as I do not lose your friendship, your oath will be fulfilled.
I'm going.
Eivor! It's good to see you.
Erke and Stowe, I released you from your debt, and yet you came.
London is quiet enough, and Stowe here felt the sharp stab of conscience.
Could not let you down, Eivor. It's not what an honorable man does. So here I am, despite my reservations.
And you, brother. I did not think you would be here either.
I have seen to my brother, sent him to Valhalla with grave goods. I am done with sorrow, Eivor. Now I am bloody angry.
We owe Eivor a lot, my love.
There you are, Raven. Lufina, sure. It warms my heart to see you well.
Well as ever. Better since we skinned those Order rats.
I hunted down more in Winchester, on Alfred's behalf. Now we come to take his kingdom.
How quickly a coin can flip when tossed from hand to hand. Only a fool is a betting man.
Aye, your Alfred fought to use me, but he will find differently at Chippenham.
We owe Eivor a lot, my love.
I know.
Tevder, it is good to see you.
I gave you my word. Besides, Alfred's faith is strict and he has no love for pagans.
You have changed much from that god-whipped boy. That is good to see.
I was always him, but my faith was like a veil. I am glad you helped me lift it.
And now another education. You'll see how we Norse bands fight.
I am all a quiver with anticipation.